Hello. What's up, everybody? $10, Rasta, JR, Lunigan, Macaron, Shazar, Habu, Bullvine, Solipsist, Heroes and Diamonds, Strange Pie, Mac A, Skelet, Noger, Mark, R Cheesy, Anktar. Hope everyone's doing well. December 29th, 2025. And it is a Monday. I have played Disco Elysium, yes. As Strange Pie said, the VODs are on YouTube if you want to watch that. I will be doing a second playthrough of the game with completely different stats and everything at some point in 2026 is my thought, but you know, obviously hard to say exactly when that will be. Oh, yeah, how's everybody doing? Simtoric, thank you for the tier 3, 35 months. Appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. Simtoric, you will be remembered. The delightful business goose. How's business going? That's about the extent of my jokes today. Bullvine, thank you for the prime. 6 months. Thank you, thank you. But make sure to use that prime gaming sub, you know? You're literally wasting money if you don't. What was my catchphrase with the primes? Less money for Jeff, more money for me? I haven't said that in a while. I should say that again. Although, obviously, I don't know. Is Jeff still involved? I mean, I'm sure he owns some shares of the company, of course. We love taking money from Jeff. Absolutely, yeah. I don't know, that's... should be a goal in life for everyone. No idea how the business is doing. I have time off until next week. I don't know why I said how the business is gooing because of the business goose. I don't know. That's funny. They felt like it didn't happen in a strange way. Well, not for me. Let me tell you that. I woke up to very unfortunate news, sadly. I mean, it's nothing, you know, nothing too major or personal, but nothing too basically, I heard of the passing of a French writer named Pierre Bordage, who I considered a friend. He was 71 and cardiac arrest on the 27th, apparently. And it's really weird because as far as you know, my writing journey goes, he was sort of an important part of it. He was one of the first. He was one of the first writers that I had a proper conversation with. Back in, I'm gonna tell the whole story, but basically, when I was a little younger, about 15 years ago, I started going to like writing conventions. Just as a reader, because I don't know, it was a world that, you know, I read my entire life, but I was never I never set foot in that world really. And back in 2008 or 2009, oh man, it's more than 15 years ago at this point, almost 20. I started going to a writing convention in France that I ended up going every year for a while. And there was this guy, Pierre Bordage, who I didn't really know very well. I knew of his work because he was a pretty big French writer in the sci-fi like sort of world, one of the biggest, in fact. And I remember the first time I went to a festival, I just like randomly I was browsing and I was stopping at the, you know, the little tables where the writers would be, and struck a conversation with him. And one of his books was like a post-apocalyptic book, but you know, a man who literally like gets caught by the apocalypse as he's traveling back home, and then he, you know, no more transportation, so he has to walk back home, and then you also see the other side of the story, who's you know, who was his wife having to survive in their home with the daughter, and a weird guy who was there. I don't remember exactly, it's been a long time since I read the book, but and basically I think, I don't remember if they took a guy in because of the situation or whatever, but the guy turns out to be like a, you know, psychopath, and there's a whole thing. Anyway, doesn't matter. And I remember really liking the book, and the next year, you know, going to his table and being like, oh, I read the book, and you know, we struck a conversation. And it was funny because he had a brilliant memory, and he completely remembered the fact that we talked the year before, even called me by my first name and everything. He didn't have to ask my first name again and signed the book, you know, when I bought another one. And then I remember we, like, every year I would go there, and he was always the one guy that would somehow remember my name. It was always like, he would, you know, he would see me in the thing and say, hey, Daniel, strike a conversation casually. And it was an interesting thing because it made me feel like I was, you know, like sort of like peeking behind the curtain. And it was really inspiring as a, you know, someone who wanted to be a writer. And it was nice to have someone that, you know, yeah, I could look up to in that way. That was really cool. And over the years, you know, I kept following like that. And then, you know, eventually came the like 10 years after that, eventually got my own, you know, first book published. And I remember going to my first writing convention, my first you know, book convention, sci-fi convention in France. It was not a big one, but he was part of the people who were also invited. And I remember being super excited. I was like, oh my god, I'm so excited that, you know, he's gonna be there as part of the writers. We're gonna get to hang out on the other side of things, you know, it's gonna be awesome. And I still remember I was super nervous because when the first time I was invited to a convention, the first time I was gonna have to sign books and everything, like, it was super scary for me at the time. You know, that was like in 2019, sorry, 2019. And yeah, I was pretty nervous, you know, I didn't know how it was gonna go. And I remember I woke up in the hotel room in the morning. I got there the night before, just went to the hotel, you know, nothing special. And then I remember waking up in the morning I go out of my hotel room and I walk towards the elevator. And who's waiting at the elevator? Pierre Baudin. And he, you know, it was just like waiting for the elevator. He sort of like raises his head when he hears my footsteps and immediately smiles and like, oh hey Daniel, you're ready to sign at the convention and everything. I don't remember his exact words, but immediately remembered my name, knew who I was, knew I was there. There was no questions. He wasn't like, over the years when I was just a reader and I was talking, with him in those conventions, I mentioned that I wanted to write and that I was writing a little bit. But like, he didn't, we never had those conversations in between those meetings, right? We never had conversation. There was no reason for him to just be aware of that. I don't know if he saw my name on the fucking poster or recognized my picture. I don't know how, but, or he just assumed based on context. But there was no question. He immediately was like, oh, hey, you ready for this? And you excited? And immediately made me feel included. Like I was, I was part of the thing now. It was the first person who really, made me feel like I was part of this sort of world. Without any questions, without anything. And I hadn't proved anything yet. My book wasn't even out. It was coming out I think a few days after the convention. It was like a, before release type thing. And yeah, I remember then, not even like we had breakfast, and then not too much later, I was sitting behind my little table, waiting for the people to come in. And he was sitting in the opposite side on his table. I remember it was just, obviously he had like decades of experience, so it was super chill. And I was, maybe you could tell I was a bit nervous. I was, fidgeting with my things, like putting my things really in order and everything. I remember him looking at me and having like a little smile and then just winking, just before the crowd just poured in. Yeah, I don't know, it was a really cool guy. And then the next couple years after that, we met at every convention I was at. It was always super nice. Always, we would always take time to have a drink. Often we would eat together, obviously, because when you get to those things, you just eat with your colleagues and all that. And yeah, it was just, what a great guy. So yeah, unfortunately woke up to the news of his passing. Very sudden, as far as I know, he wasn't sick or anything. Just cardiac arrest, I mean, obviously if something was wrong, but I don't know. There was no... Anyway, it's a little weird. It's one of those things, again, it wasn't, wasn't very close or anything, but it was sort of in that world. And especially, with the more like the older generation of writers. It was always the one that was so open to every new person that was coming in and so easy to be friendly with and to make you feel remembered and included, and one of the really good ones. Because I think it's, it's normal, right? You have this generational thing with, you hang out with the writers of your generation. Obviously, I have the same thing. I have plenty of all the writers of my generation, quote unquote. We know each other. We talk on social media and all that, like every time. We tend to hang out with ourselves when we go to conventions and stuff like that. It makes sense. You have more to relate with. And so the older generation of writers, they always, stay to them. They tend to do the same thing, right? That he was always the one that was just. There was no way to not become friends with that guy. He was way too nice, way too open, way too. What a great person. They had a whole the whole literary world in the French sci-fi world today is mourning it. So the news came out today, even though it passed 2 days ago. But yeah, everyone's just sort of mentioning stories similar to my own, because that's who he was, you know. He made everyone feel part of this world, no matter how long you'd been in there. It made you feel part of it even before you became a part of it. That's the magic with that guy. Anyway, I've actually he was mentioned a couple of times on this channel before when we were talking about Metro. I always mentioned that I had a writer friend of mine who wrote a book for the Metro series, and that was him. It was part of a project that Dmitry Glukovsky started, that to have like the Metro universe being expanded. So he took writers from different countries to write like a story in that world, but in their countries instead of Russia. And he was the one who wrote the story that takes place in Paris. But yeah, we talked about him before. '71, way too young, but such is life, I guess. What's up, Matchless, Quantifiable, Kookabear? Right boot. Yeah, no, it's super sad. I don't know, it's one of those things, you know, I haven't been fully in that world in the past couple of years. I haven't had any new releases, and, you know, I've been focusing on streaming so much, so I sort of put the whole writing world on hold, you know. I haven't been to conventions very much and all that, but yeah, I don't know. I was just, every time I was seeing his books on my bookshelves or seeing conventions where he would be, I was like, oh man, I can't wait for the next time I'm gonna go there. Part of the reason why I was just hanging out with the guy. It was so fucking cool. Oh well. A lot of people lost a good friend today, unfortunately. It is what it is, I guess. Anyway, hence why, you know, today was weird for me so far, and why I seem a little more down than usual, I guess. Yeah, thank you, Archeesy. I mean, I could really, man, I could spend the entire day talking about all the funny moments. He was a really funny guy. Anyway, on to more uplifting things, hopefully. I played more Ball Pit yesterday. I think I finally understand the game better. I finally figured out exactly how the fusion system works. Like whichever you pick first and then you pick the second, you know, it's important which order, for a lot of them it's important which order you combine them. Makes the game a lot easier once you get that, I think. I was struggling to complete some of the stages with some of the characters, and then I figured that out, and suddenly I was like completing everything. So I made a whole bunch of progress yesterday. That was fun. What else? I watched the second episode of volume 2 of season 5 of Stranger Things. I still have one episode to watch until the finale. The episode was good. I don't know if some of you guys may have seen it. I thought it was okay. A couple scenes that I thought were really strong. But also a couple scenes that I thought were annoyingly... I hate... Okay, here's my problem with... I'm not going to be specific to avoid spoilers, right? But I hate in general when characters are put in a dangerous situation. There's an escalation of the danger and the stakes, you know, and you're in, you know, you're in a situation where the characters have to find a way out of something, a situation that's dangerous for them, and then the situation kind of solves itself. I hate when that happens, even if it sort of makes sense. I think it's a terrible way of getting your character out of danger. It was like, oh, well, there was no danger after all. You know, you were never really in danger. You just didn't know. I hate that shit. Even if it makes sense. Because I don't think that's good dramatic tension, and I don't think that's good dramatic resolution. It makes everything feel a little more pointless. You can get away with it in very specific and I think the scene that I'm referring to, if some of you have watched the episode, you probably know which scene I'm talking about. I think it sort of makes sense because I don't think the scene was really about the physical sort of threat on the characters. It was more about them finding a resolution in their personal conflict, and I think that's what they did, and so the theme is resolved, and so you can get them out of danger, and it doesn't feel too unsatisfying. But it still felt like it fell a little flat on that front, because it's better if everything sort of works. Them going through their personal problems allows them to find a solution to, you know, also the external problem that's pressing on them. That's typically the best, you know. You gotta have something that sort of wraps everything well, you know. And also the danger seemed like it came out of nowhere a little bit, like it was sort of a... I don't know, it was weird. I didn't like that part, but the scene in itself was solid, I think. I also hate... I mean, yeah, it's not a Deus Ex Machina in the sense that a Deus Ex Machina typically is... I mean, it's adjacent, right? In the sense that for a Deus Ex Machina to work, the solution needs to come from the outside, but like sort of out of nowhere. I'm trying to find a... Like, I think one of the most famous examples of a Deus Ex Machina could be the Two Towers, when Gandalf shows up right at the last second to save everyone. It's not... I don't think this one's totally... I don't think it's totally unjustified in the sense that there is foreshadowing, it is set up before it happens, but, you know, I think it still falls like in the category of a Deus Ex Machina, because the timing of it and the sort of like the way it's, you know, suddenly, oh yeah, like a couple more people show up and then they just win. great. All the tension of the battle is just diffused. Or the eagles, yeah. The case I'm talking about is more, you know, it's more of a War of the Worlds type situation, even though the comparison doesn't really work, but it's like, oh yeah, we're getting our ass kicked and then they just die. Even though in War of the Worlds, I mean, you know, it's an older work, and I think there's something interesting about the way it you know, I think there, at least the twist has some, it's an interesting twist, even though it sort of falls flat. But yeah, in the case of the scene I'm talking about, it's like the external threat just suddenly ceases to be a threat, completely out of nowhere. So yeah, that was a bit weird, but yeah, exactly, RGZ. That's a great comparison for what happened there. And also another scene that really annoyed me. There was really one strong scene in that episode. Again, I can't talk about it because of spoilers, but there was one really strong scene that I'm glad they paid off on from the past season with a couple of characters. So that was great. There was another scene, which is another one of my pet peeves in stories, is when there's a clearly urgent situation, but the characters don't seem to understand the urgency, even though they should. And there's a scene in that episode where clearly the character is aware of the urgency of the situation. They've actually suffered the consequences of being slightly too late before. We see that in the previous episode. And yet, the fucking character spends 5 minutes to do a monologue to another character. And it's like they don't even realize there's a time-sensitive situation happening. It makes me so mad. There's better ways to do this. It makes me so mad. Yeah, like I said, I think I said that yesterday. The writing is not as sharp as it used to be in that show. It used to be really good. It all feels like they don't really know how to like raise the stakes and make everything feel threatening as it should, and everything feels like small little pieces of you know, like set pieces that don't feel part of the bigger story. I don't know, it's really weird. What's up, Nurse Dean? How are you doing today? Thank you. I also don't think they, yeah, I don't know, something that's a little off. Also, same scene I just mentioned with the lack of urgency. It shocked me how clean everything looked. It's supposed to be something that takes place in it's Stranger Things. You know the kind of world they, you know, the show takes place. It's a little gritty. It's a little dark. It's a little, you know, that scene felt like an 80s movie fantasy set. It felt like something out of like Neverending Story with how clean it looked. I could tell it was a TV set. I could tell it was a TV set and they were just standing in front of a green screen. It really, really didn't feel... And the weird part is, they've been in this exact spot in the previous season and it felt awesome. It was dark, it was greedy, it was dirty, it had all the important parts. This version felt so clean and shiny, and I don't know. It's like those old CGI cutscenes in video games. You know, you can tell they're too clean and shiny, you know? That's what it felt like. Anyway, I have to watch the last episode of Volume 2 tonight before the finale on Friday. Friday? Thursday? Thursday. Well, it's gonna be Friday for us. No, wait, it's gonna be Thursday for us. I think when it releases. Thank you, Nidals. Should watch Pluribus next? Yeah, I should. I'm waiting for all the episodes to be out, but... It's done? Okay, cool. Then I'll watch that next. Of Captain X. Not 3 years, wait for the next season. That's alright. I don't mind. The next season that I'm really waiting for is Shrinking. Do we have any news? Shrinking... Season 3. Oh my god, it's coming out in February. January! It starts to come out in January. So it'll be done by the end of like March, I think. Oh my god! I didn't even know it was announced. Oh, I am so excited. Holy fuck, I'm so excited. Yeah, it ends in April. Okay. I don't know. I don't know if this is gonna be a case of I watch every week just because I'm so excited about this show and I want the excitement of like watching an episode every time it releases, which could be fun. I haven't done that in a while, you know, watching like week per week. Last time I did that was Barry, I think. When I watched the last season of Barry, I watched, you know, as it came out. It was cool. Yeah, man, Shrinking. Holy fuck, Shrinking is so good. I cannot wait. I need to rewatch the show. That's what I'm gonna do in January. I'm gonna rewatch Shrinking. I mean, that's gonna take me like 2 days because I'm gonna put it on the side while I'm playing a game. Perfect. I didn't know it was gonna come out so soon. I was expecting, I don't know, maybe fall 2026 at best. No, it's already coming out. So good. Anyway, I guess we play Blueprints now. Yeah, RGZ, I started watching the Vex Machina. I think I made it through one episode and then I was like, I don't know. Somehow I would rather just watch the actual Critical Role show. Yeah, Vox Machina, not Vex Machina. I don't know why I said Vex. Oh yeah, Nidal, Shrinking's amazing. Shrinking starts good and becomes great. It really, to me at least, it really started shining during season 2. I liked season 1 a lot, but I think season 2 is where it really, really shines with its characters. But yeah, season 1's great. The end of season 2 of Shrinking is like burned in my brain. Like it's what a final few minutes. Ugh, I literally made myself have goosebumps just thinking about it. A few hundred hours to spare. Yeah, but you can watch. You can put that on the side while you're doing something else. But yeah, I mean, isn't there like an abridged version of Critical Role? Like, isn't someone like releasing? They have a team, right? That's releasing like edited down episodes. They're doing that for campaign 3. Okay. What's up, Thurlow? Well, anyway, let's get in blueprints and see what we can do today. Day 35. Okay, the fact that the final exam envelope is not staying on the table makes me think there might be a chance for me to take it again. I don't know, maybe not. But it makes me, I thought it was gonna be like a permanent thing. It was just gonna stay there, right? Maybe there's a chance for me to take it again. And do better. We'll see, we'll see. If I get a schoolhouse, I might go for it again, just to know. Then if I know I can take it again, if it's gonna be the same questions, I can like take the questions and actually like try to find the answers before the next time I take it. And max it out. Oh, speaking of which, oh my god. Oh shit, I didn't look at the items that I have. Because we had the moon pendant, right? God damn it. Because if I had a shovel already, this makes a lot of sense. You know, let's try the schoolhouse thing. I really wanted to get the tomb. I'm a bit upset, but it's okay. Okay, we kept the sledgehammer and the sleeping mask. Two decent items, I would say. Got jump scared by the exam. It was the time limit that jump scared me. I didn't expect the time limit. I should have, really. The game has shown time limits before. Alright, let's see. Let's see if we can find a final exam room again and if we can determine whether or not we can take it again. Let's see. That's true, 10 bucks. What the fuck with the library? Oh, I could get both the library. I could get the library twice. I could order the book again and get it if I put the library down here. But then I'm giving him the code check. But then if we find the magnifying glass, I can finally study that book properly. I will get the code check again, right? Yeah. Oh my god. Okay. A new clue. And then we only have to open it from the reading nook and we get it. That's incredible. Oh, and it's going in the right direction. I love this. Bam! There we go. A new clue with the magnifying glass. Keeping that for just a tiny bit later. I need to opening things first. Yeah, I think the commissary here is fine. I keep getting away. I can't keep getting away with it. I'll take the metal detector. Thank you. Sure, I'll grab a gem. And a banana, why not? I'm gonna keep my money for now, but... I'll do that, yeah. So that's one. Okay, preferably out of this, I would like something that goes the right side. I can redraw, so I will. Oh, perfect. Classroom going right. Hell yeah. I do need the code check fast. Because otherwise I'm gonna run out of gems. Seraphim. I don't know if it's a good run, but it's an interesting one. I need to pay attention to algebra. The algebra classroom again. And the art classroom again. East wing hole, yes, thank you. I think I'm okay with that. I know I have rerolls, but I'm just happy to take the corners there. I think I'll go tunnel, even though it's kind of useless. Into hopefully a code check. No, I'll take a storeroom. Yeah, also, yeah, the art classroom, I need to take close screenshots, I think. I clearly didn't study that class well enough. Okay, there's a few holes that I would need a shovel for. What do I want here? Classroom, I guess, yeah. And the den would be good, I think. Yeah, I'll take a den. And then here, code check. Not getting it. Take the dormitory just for the steps. Ooh! Okay, that's cool. That is really good. The key card here is quite amazing. Puerto Rico University. Oh man, the orange. That's how I could have known. I could have known the orange thanks to the logo. I didn't think of looking at that at the time. What am I getting out of this? I think I'll take the gift shop just for the shape. I don't think we have anything else to buy here. And now... okay. I mean, not a fan of losing the drawing room. I think I'll put the chapel down. Now we have access to the foundation guaranteed, so I could put a code check there if I want. Yeah, I think I need the code check. I'm gonna be in trouble if not. Also, it's right next to the foundation, which is great. Alright, good. Okay, good start. Let's see. My issue now is I'm running out of keys and I don't have a shovel. I was gonna say this is probably gonna be locked. Okay, so we go back to the beginning. Through the underground, I think. Yeah, the key situation's a little dire, but I don't think we'll get to room 46, but you never know. Well, I'll just open it just in case. It's definitely not the goal. My only goal for this run, really, at this point, is figuring out if I can retake the exam or not. That's sort of my only... Oh, and reading the new clue with the magnifying glass. That's gonna be fun. That drumming, I don't know, there's something about it. This statue is really weird. I keep thinking there has to be something with this statue. I don't know. Okay, so there seems to be, there's a limit to the amount you can buy, but it's not that low. So I guess I'll get another banana. Should I spend 10 for a key? Yeah, why not? I'll spend 10 for a key. Ooh, a gem. A new clue. Okay, first let me oh shit. The bookshop. I haven't seen the bookshop in a while. Okay, it's weird that the bookshop shows up as soon as we're done with the new clue. It could be a coincidence. But it could also mean there's more books to buy now. I don't know. I don't want to... Like, logically, I would take this, because then I can get every... fill up the space as much as possible. Also, I do want to look at the closed exhibit again. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna play it smart. All right. A new clue, magnifying glass edition. Let's go. What's up, Yannick? Okay. Time to do that. Yeah, time to spy for sure. Watch there being literally nothing of interest. Furnace? Solarium? Oh my god. Oh my god. What the fuck? Huh. A suspect list. So, remember when it says like the suspect list is an admin key when one of these is potentially leading us, you know. What if it's Bo Lee and the only reason why they couldn't, you know, they say they had to create an admin key that didn't fit the format. What if it's because the name's too short? Funny. All right, well, I'm definitely gonna have to go to Black Bridge with that. All right, new clue. Scalpel barely surviving at this point. I'll put that list next to the passwords. Fantastic. Was he? Wish there was music while we're inspecting all this. Keep left. What did that mean? don't know. I mean, I've seen, I noticed it before, but I just hadn't thought about. All right, let's check all those numbers that were in there now. 8, 12, 1, 5, 14, 5. No, that's a 3, and that's a 3. 13, 6, 4, 9, 7, 7, 10. This actually, like, are all numbers present? I don't see a 1. Oh, never mind. I don't know if it's supposed to, or to like letters or the words. I don't find. Oh my god! I think it writes a sentence if you go in order. I think if you take the words and you put them in order, it actually writes something. Hold on. Let's see. So, 1 is all. I need a bigger note. Um, the lagging on Scapel has become so unmanageable. Every action takes like 3 full seconds to react. Yeah, right now I've clicked in there and nothing reacts. Okay. rooms. Add. A. Low. Found. In the rooms. All checked corner case rooms had a low case clue found in the rooms. I mean, that's a sentence. All checked corner case rooms had a low case clue found in the room. It's a low case. Is 8 really low? It is. Okay, so we need to find those rooms. I mean, we can check the nook. It's right there. I think I'm getting sick. Okay, we have the nook right next. Okay. Now there's a right sign. There was a left one earlier. Now there's a right one. See, keep left. Now there's a right sign. I don't know what that means. Craft the sixes, Lunar, Rename, Tender Cipher, Uncle. Oh. Hmm. He changed all the letters in the lines that he found. He checked all the colors of the spines that were bound, doubled the meaning of each seasonal greeting, found that the diction, each word was Craft the sixes, gifted extra. Okay, this one should be interesting. Oh, interesting. Oh my god, major. Hold on. That's a Rajan stuff. I never thought about that. Ma means small, Jor means name, small name. Hmm. Small name. Could it be? It could be related to. I mean, that could be sort of like small name, small gates. I don't know. It could be linked to that instead of being a new clue. But hmm. What the fuck? Oh my god. Okay, hold. This is a whole thing. Hold on. Library and the books already owned, where searched all the way through. New clue, he'd know what to do. Okay, that's actually the new clue, right? That's the one. That's the page. Assume page count starts on title page. Red, green, violet, blue, page A, page C, page B, page Z. Word X, word A, word Y, word X. What the fuck? X, Y, Z, A, B, C. Dead end, major key. Seen all the signs. Oh boy, okay. This one's gonna take a while. What's up, White Wolf? How are you doing today? XYZ. Dude, I don't know where to begin with this. Also, the signs thing. Stop. Stop sign. What's the other sign? Is that the last one? Oh, wait. It is? Hmm. Assume page count starts on title pages. Page A. So, okay, hold on. Page A, word X. What? XYZ ABC. Page A, word X, red. Hmm. I'm not quite sure what to do with this at this point. Red, green, violet, blue. Ender cipher. Was there, out of all the books we took at the library, was there one with... I didn't screenshot the covers. I mean, some of them were opened. I don't know if that matters. Might not matter. It might all be self-contained in this book. Page B, word Y. Page B would be this, right? Word X. Page C, word A. The suspect is minor. Suspect is major. The suspect is minor. So the suspect is minor. Being on a blue thing is interesting, because then it means my theory of Bowley sort of checks out with the name being too short for... I need to go to the Blackbridge terminal. That's something that my brain can manage. This thing, I feel like there's something that's quite... I mean, there's like instructions, right? Those are instructions. I just don't know exactly how to follow them. And I feel like my brain's a little too scattered today to follow something that's structured. But we might have to get back to that later. Okay, I took the screenshots. I got everything that's important. Pretty sure. Well, we're near the entrance hall, so I'm just gonna go to Blackbridge right away. Alright, let's see. Oh boy. Oh my god. What? What? It works! Three new admin keys have been added to the network user database. Lee B, Prov C, and Hound U, or Hound U. Admin log view access restricted to the following admin key: Lee B, Prov C, and Hound U. Okay, I'm screenshotting this. This is new. What the fuck? Black Bridge. I don't know where all the Black Bridge stuff is. Has to be somewhere on the right side, right? Black Bridge. I never actually made a screenshot of all that. Huh. I guess because it's outside and so easily accessible, I never thought to do it. Grotto. Let's just make... Let's make one entry here. I'm gonna have to try the other ones. Lee, we are planning something later this year. Need to make sure communication on here is not being archived. Are there additional steps we can take to ensure privacy? Already taken care of. We're now bypassing message archiving. Randolph shouldn't notice anything out of the ordinary. Good. No one else on the estate knows we're here, other than Mary, of course, who saw Lee on Tuesday. But how new has a plan to take care of her? If it must be done, it must be done. Just to see it. Just see to it that the body is not discovered. The last thing we need is for the Red Guard to be snooping around here. Holy fuck. She won't be found, rest assured. Let's disperse for now. I'll meet you all at the safe house in Reddington in 4 days. Then once the inquiry is over, we'll proceed with our plans for the museum. Resuming operations. That's like 4 months later. Welcome back, Lee. I've been camping out in the old schoolhouse for the past month waiting for your return. It's spacious, quiet, and should prove an effective base of operation outside of the purview of the staff and Baron. In the schoolhouse? Okay. We should have an opening on the first day of September. Can we be ready by then? I don't see why not. Negotiations for transportation are in the final stage. If all goes well, we'll have air passage to Nuance secure for that date. I think Moore is planning a scheduled maintenance soon. We should likely wrap things up here. I'd say it's time to scrub these logs. They might fall under some scrutiny in the near future. Delisted from user database. Huh. Okay, well, let's try. I'm assuming it will be the same, but I want to try those other names anyway. Not found? Okay. Yep, those have been deleted, but Lee B still in there. Okay. Alright, let's go over those files again. This is really wild because I feel like those are new characters, unless they're like pseudonyms. I don't think I've heard of those characters before. And they plan on getting rid of Mary, unless this is all a cover. Could be a cover for something else. In case the investigation goes there, you know? I could see that. And that's the final one. You won't be found, rest assured. Because we know she's not dead at this point. Some of the stuff we found is later than that, I'm pretty sure. Fascinating. I could have tried the other names while I was there, but I don't think it's gonna matter too much. I mean, I should try them at some point, but I think Boli was really the only one that's gonna do something. What's up, Torax? How are you doing today? Thank you for the 20 months. Tier 1, appreciate that. Thank you. Hope you've been well. Yeah, this thing I'm gonna have to look at a different time. Expect is okay. I think this is good for now. Oh, is that in the other room, or is it up here? Oh, I think it's that. Yo, what's up, Businola? How are you doing today? Game doesn't vibe with you. Weird. Well, that's a shame for you. I mean, not every game's gonna be for everyone, but you are missing out on one of the best video games ever made. Top 3 of all time. For sure. But hey, not everything's for everyone. I get it. Oh. Just that. Okay. So that's a replica of the room where the crown was stolen. Okay. All right. How do I do this? I want to keep drafting classrooms. We're running out of steps, unfortunately, but I think we'll be okay. The classrooms contain steps in the form of apples, so we should be okay, I think. Yeah, RGZ, redacted. Still an important place in my heart. Okay, what do I want out of this? And security is not bad, I don't think. I can make security rooms more frequent. It's gonna save us on keys. Keys is the big problem right now. What? The paper crown's an item. The fact that it's listed tells me I can actually pick it up. Where's the hall pass? That's weird. Hold on. Security level high for sure. While I'm here, I'm gonna log in to... I mean... yeah, I'm gonna log into the lab, do some experiments. I don't think... I could find a lab manually and then log into the shelter to try to unlock all the rooms. Which would solve the key problem, but... I don't know. Not sure we're gonna get there. The battery, it's a B-side. The reps. Okay, each time you eat an apple, permanently add 1 gold to your allowance is not bad at all. Because... every classroom contains an apple. So that's, you know, a little bit of gold. This would sort of help with the key problem, but... yeah, I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go long term. Hopefully it works out. Where the fuck is the hall pass? Oh man, it had to be like on... it had to be on the desk in one of the classrooms and I just didn't see it, I think. How do I fucking grab this thing? I wonder if it's something like I have to come from like the back side of the room and have a door there, and maybe, you know, that it becomes then like a passage or something. Kind of like the same mechanic as the foundation. Or it's like a hidden button, like in the cloister, right? One of those things. Something to do with the security guards, maybe? Fascinating. I knew there was more about this. Okay, I'm gonna have to check. I'm gonna lose so many steps just looking for that hall pass. Not even sure I need the hall pass, but... not even sure I need the hall pass. Maybe, maybe if I had power in this room, it could trigger something with the, I don't know, amps. I mean, there's not a lot of elements in this room, right? Like, there's a limited amount of stuff you can, well, not interact with. The one thing this shape here really makes me think that there might be something, you know, on the back side of this. What's up, Durigon? Was just an idea. Oh, well, speculation's not allowed either within the rules of the channel, because you could be right on accident, and then if you're right, you accidentally spoiled something, right? So, thank you for understanding. I just wish Simon would, you know, go over the fucking thing and grab the fucking crown. It's not that hard, Simon. Though, to be fair, as far as we can tell, we have no legs, so I understand. It makes things more complicated. Some people follow rules. I know there's a fucking cord. You don't walk over the cord, right? No jumping either, yeah. Man, if you could jump in this game, it would have solved so many things very early on. Literally, one of the first things in the game was a locked door outside, and I was like, oh man, if only I could jump. That was like day one. So, a very low fence, and I was like, oh man, if only I could jump over this. Which, you know, obviously would kind of ruin the game, but... Maybe, Colette, yeah, maybe jumping's not a thing. That's why people like birds so much. Because flying feels so weird. No, they have fucking dirigibles. They have blimps. If blimps work, people can jump. This monitor is still... I'm still intrigued by this particular monitor thing. Let's see. What do you mean incorrect password? I'm gonna order a shovel. Yeah, let's go here. Yeah, I'll take the classroom. It's gonna give me options to draw out of it, and we can take something that goes to the east. I'm still confused about... Ooh. I mean, this would help because it synergizes with my mask. I really need to save the servants' spare quarters for later because I need more bedrooms. I need as many keys as I can get. Yeah, I think I'll go with that. Even though I have many draws and I could have used that, I think this is okay. Ooh, I don't hate that. I'm missing the Blessing of the Gardener. Having so many courtyards was incredible. Okay, I'm going passageway here. Really opens up the space really well. Okay, ideally I want to put a bunk room there. That would be great for— Oh! I was gonna say this would really help with the step count and, you know, the keys later and everything. That really helps. That's pretty massive, steps wise and keys wise. Although the walk-in closet's not bad, but yeah, bunk room's better. Also, we get to see Desmond. Look at the little guy. What's up, McClurk? How are you doing? Little Desi. Ooh, get a bunch of gems. I would have rather had keys, but I'll take the gems. If I find a study, would be good. Okay, I think I want a classroom going left out of this. That'd be great. Wrong side. Fuck. Then I'll take another passageway, I think. I think I'm gonna go there and hope for a classroom going right. Okay, the garage is not terrible because we already have the upper space figured out. The garage would give us a bunch of keys, which is one of the main issues right now. Yeah, I think I'm going garage. Also, we have the power, so it's gonna open the door automatically. Another great way outside. Love that for us. What's the status on the foundation elevator? It's downstairs, I think, right? Is there an argument for me to go there and bring it back up? I think there is. What I'm really missing right now is my sneakers. The sneakers here would be great. This is the closed exhibit. Imagine if there was a thing, like you break the wall and then you can get in. And steal the crown. The fuck is that? That would have been a neat little trick, right? If going from the outside would have been the way to access the... I haven't heard the outside music here in a while. I'm sad. One of my favorite music in the game. So we don't have the sneakers, so every step outside actually counts. I need to be careful with. Alright, let's go back through the foundation. Hopefully we can get to the final exam room again. Just to confirm if there's something to do or not. Yeah, I'm so used to having the sneakers that I'm a little careless about using the outside space, I think. It typically doesn't cost me any steps. This time it does. Have to be careful. I think we should be fine. We'll get the dining room eventually. Okay, what do I want out of this? Hopefully, maybe something that connects to the passageway, just to make navigating the house a little better. Well, yeah, but then I get fucked. Well, this is annoying. Having only the passageway as an exit, I don't trust that. I think that's too risky. I think I'm gonna go observatory here. Today's day 26. I'm not sure what's happening on day 26. I'm gonna use it anyway. I need to get those numbers up. Five gems. One key. And an apple. Oh no, extra delicious apples. Well, that synergizes well with what we have going, so I'm okay with that. I would have loved something that goes right side here. That's a little bit annoying. I could try redrawing, but I think the risk is pretty big. What if I take classroom and then from here I try to draw something that goes up? Maybe another classroom. And then hopefully I can draw something that goes this side, right? I think that's a risky bet, but... Okay, we get a few steps. We get an extra allowance. We get the beautiful art class that I should definitely paid more attention the first time I was here. I was so absorbed by the not a clue thing that I completely ignored everything else, I think. Not much here. Yep. You know what? I'm about to do it again. I'm about to not take screenshots again. I'm resisting art class. Yeah, I'm preparing for future Daniel to roast me. Alright, let's see. What can we get here? This would be good. This is fine too. I do like the idea of getting another classroom though. drawing room's pretty good. I want a classroom. I legit just want the classroom going. Let's go! That's the one I wanted. Hell yeah. Woo! Okay. I was nervous a little bit, but... What are the goals right now? Well, one of them is getting to the final exam again. See if we can retake it. Other than that, I don't know, it's a pretty standard run. We were able to look at the new clue again with the magnifying glass and access some secret stuff on the Blackbridge computer. But yeah, other than that, not too much. Let's see. I would like to go there first, I think. What grade are we in? 6. 3 more. Okay, cool. If I can get them here, then that allows me for a lot of freedom there. How much would it cost to walk all the way back? Pretty far. But I do have a hall pass that's lost in one of those rooms. Which I don't know if I really need, but... 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 15. Yeah, I should... God damn it, I'm so mad that I don't have a key, though. The lack of key is... bumming me out. I should have taken the extra classroom step from the classroom just to get to rank 8 and get the bishop. And then I could have had money in the chapel. I'm gonna have to go to the code check again. You know what? I'll just go from the outside. Let's be a little conservative with our steps. We're not doing so great on the steps, and I don't want to run out if we suddenly have something we need to backtrack for. We'll be fine. I'll get the dining room or something, and it's gonna be just fine. So one of the suspects that we just read upon, like the bully or whoever, was bunking up in the schoolhouse as a hiding spot. That's an interesting thing. We didn't see. I don't remember seeing any like traces of someone living there. Maybe I should go take a look at again at some point. You call it a day in the break room, you will begin tomorrow with a key code. Good. The Great Hall would allow me to open the antechamber, but I don't have enough keys. Yeah, I'll go break room, I think. Couple more keys. You love getting a couple more keys. Alright, let's solve this. 20. 16, 20. One, 4, 16. All the way to 16, time and time again. What is that? Silver key. Nice. It's to a room with many doors. Okay. Hopefully this one we get a... I want a classroom that goes left. That's what I would love. Close. Not quite. I'll take the courtyard. Think. Hoping to find a shovel, maybe? Or the pantry. Pantry gives me an apple, right? Potentially. Yeah, let's see. Yes. Nice. I think I want a room with many doors. To make sure I can get the one down there. I think the conference room is fine. I don't think we'll get spread, but who knows? And if we do, it might help. Okay, what do I want down there? A bedroom of some kind, probably? And the dining room's not terrible, I don't think. Classroom's probably better. Just get them down. Yeah. I miss on the drawing power, but the angles of the classrooms can be annoying. So I'd rather just put it down. Okay, the algebra. I need to figure out what the fuck, how the fuck this works. Because I do not understand those symbols. I understand normal algebra, right? Like real life algebra, fine. I just don't understand how it translates to those wavy things. That's the part that confuses me a little bit. We're doing a lot of brain. Yeah, and it's on a day where my brain's just not available, unfortunately. Obviously, you know, I'm a little perturbed today. My brain's just not there. So watch me draw the gallery next. that would be the fucking icing on the cake right there. Getting the gallery today. Macaron. Yeah, I'm not sure I understand the waves. I should really stop and think about it and look at some of the answers and try to figure it out from here, but I just don't think my brain's, has enough bandwidth for that today. So I could figure out, here's how I would do it, right? I would take the best result out of all of them, the C+, I think. Yeah. And then I would look at Zach's work and I would be like, okay, 3 squared, correct. 3 squared minus 5, correct. Two squared, correct. Squared 36, correct. Two squared 4 times 1 squared 16, yep. 5 times 2 10 squared 1,000, 100. Plus 105 minus 95 10 squared 100. So this one's wrong. This one's wrong. Because it's 5 times 2 10 squared 100. Plus 5 105 minus 95 10 squared, it should be 100. So this one's wrong. Okay, that's one mistake. Square root, correct. Wait, is that square root? I'm not even sure now. Because, what about this then? So that would be 25 square root, that would be 5. Meaning this one's wrong too? I mean, I don't... Meaning if that's true, those are all 3 correct. I am so confused. How? Okay, how are they solving these but not these? What is wrong with these students? How does that... Okay, so this one says 22 and 20. This one says 22 and 20. There's a decent chance 22 and 20 are correct. Correct. What do you get from this to... I do not understand how those formulas work. And the classroom's not helping very much. Oh, wait. Is that the number of parentheses, maybe? This one only has one? On 5. I'm gonna have to figure that out at some point. But that's not gonna be today, I don't think. I have the screenshots if I want to think about it someday. My brain will not allow me to figure that out today. The West Wing. Okay, what do I want here? Classroom, maybe? Or the servant's quarter would be nice. I don't hate the foyer just for the sake of potentially getting the Great Hall. Also means the courtyard will be open. I mean, the courtyard's always open, I think. Yeah, why not? Let's go with the foyer. I haven't been there in a while. No. Do I want extra drawing power in the corners, or do I just want gold? Yeah, I'll take the corner. Why not? It's... I don't hate the idea of being able to draw several times in the corners. Major key! I never thought about that. Major key. Oh, okay. Major Nicholas Key the Fourth. Major key. Yeah, R-E... Does J mean something? Ye? J? I'm not sure. I think it's Ye. That's the way I want to pronounce it. Anything. No, Ya is last, but that's it. It's such a weird name. It has to be meaningful. Major Nicholas Marty Pell. Nice. Hmm. What was it in the book about major key? Hold on. In the new clue. There was something about it, right? Major small name. Nicholas Key. Major. I don't know. I'm gonna redraw. I don't really know what I'm hoping to find here. The vault. The vault's always good. Because if we find a key, then, you know, we do want the vault to get there. I'm gonna go classroom. I want some drawing power, I think. Grade 8. Russian vocabulary. We did really well with our allowance today. We got 6 extra points. Our allowance up to 70, which is insane. Alright, what do I want out of this? Did I just drop the vault? Do I not care about the antechamber? No, I'm gonna use my drawing power to find something. I don't know what I'm looking for, but... okay. I could make a laundry room play to get a bunch of coins for tomorrow, but I don't know. The showroom's always nice. I do not have a lot of money today, is the problem. Ooh. Hold on. I do like the drafting studio. I think we still have one room we haven't added. It's the one that used to be the antechamber. I don't remember what it's called. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for that. It's always nice to add those. Also, gives us a solution to this. Corners. Okay, corners. All right, last one, the vestibule. I think that's the only one we haven't taken. Ornately framed yet modestly sized hall. It had served as the original antechamber in the old days before eventually being removed from the estate for having doors that were prone to becoming stuck. 3 of the doors in the room unlock, and the fourth becomes locked. Alright. Now have the vestibule. Fuck you, small safe. Oh, it's still closed now. Oh, damn it. I thought it would be opened. Was it 5th of March or something? I literally don't remember the solution. Oh no, it was the 5th of November or the 8th of November. There it is. Yeah, because why would you? It's not like there's anything else in this one. Like there's no gem in this one, right? So. The other safes, I think they matter because it has a gem every time. This one was really nice though, the letter of our mom telling our uncle to take care of us and everything. That one was a really good one. Alright, so crust, and then if I ever get the Great Hole, which I don't think I will. Watch me get it now. Alright, and this side of the house is kind of closed, huh? I need to go back outside and through the foundation again. Hmm. Oh, to the garage. My bad. Forget non-important things and everything in between. I'm pretty good with remembering things, typically, like important, you know, like stuff that I need to do and all that, I think. Generally, I'm okay with it. Today I'm working at half capacity, I think, but... I do want to go take a look at the schoolhouse again real quick. So we know one of the guys hid here. They didn't leave anything of value. That's okay. Yeah, obviously the lack of sleep definitely hurts, for sure. I recommend against struggling with sleep. Yeah, if only that was that simple. Just don't struggle with sleep, right? Have you tried that, Colette? Have you tried just sleeping? Good plan. Yeah, we're getting low on steps, but I don't think we'll need much, you know, much more. Alright. Yep, we're running low on keys. It's a little worrying. Okay, I'll take a classroom here 100%. No hesitation. Final exam. Please take a seat. Oh my god, I can take it again? I won't take it again today. I just want to verify that I can take it again. I mean, it immediately starts. Banger of a track. You can do it. I won't. I know that I can take it again. That's all I wanted to know. Now I'm gonna study. I'm gonna really properly study until next time. Next time we get a classroom and we get like the whole thing, I wasn't sure, right? Like until I clicked on it, I wasn't sure. Maybe it was gonna say, you know, oh, you already taken your exam, or it was gonna show me my copy again. Now I can, you know, is it the same? Hold on. It is the same. Okay, it is the same. So now that I know that, I can really study really well for the next one. Which is all I needed to know. I'm gonna like literally go question per question and analyze everything. Nice, it worked. And I got the lockpick. Man, I would have loved the dining room here, but it's not oriented in the correct way. Oh my god. I'm not sure I could put the gallery down. I don't know. Ideally, I want the servants' quarters. Actually. Get the key and everything. There it is. Ooh, the vestibule. Yeah, no, I need the keys. That will help. Wonder if the music will prioritize the whole time. Yeah, I mean, I don't remember what my answers were. Do I have... Hold on. What screen... I took the screenshots while I was looking at the VOD, right? Because I accidentally escaped. Do I have the answers? Okay, on some of them I do have the answers. Least patriotic room pairing. Arch Aries is yellow, Fen Aries is red, Araja is purple, Orica is orange, so this is the answer. What color is the fruit that gives you 3 steps when consumed? Orange. Yellow. Solve the following problem. Those I didn't screenshot the answer. Oh yeah, I only screenshot because yeah, I remember. Because the first few ones I screenshot from the page, and then the rest, yeah, that's 0. Or 10, 16, 11. 48, 4. Minus 3, 6, 13. Minus 1, minus 8, minus 4, 1. I have no clue. Silver. That was 2, right? I think. I don't remember this one. Trinsdale Lake, maybe? If that's even a thing. It's like Fen is south of Trinsdale, I'm pretty sure. But Archeries. North of Veraja is Feneries. Where am I now as I take this exam? Mount Holly, Reddington, Feneries. Oh, did I not answer, like... I think I answered Orinda Aries as a rebel or something. Because I wanted to do like a, you know... I was rebelling against the system. I'm gonna give the right answer this time. Can you find a difference? Nope. I still have no clue about this one. Oh, Orinda and Orindia. I think that's the difference. I didn't think of it. Orinda, Orindia. I. Notes are up. Oh, thank you. Thank you, RGZ. At least one person's watching. That's good. Learson. I don't remember that. Sixth era, I guess. Was that 22 years? I should look at the notes again. Years, yeah. Yeah, I don't remember that. I'll just put some answers and we'll figure it out. 36. Yeah, I'm clearly wrong about what that symbol means. Let me look at the algebra notes. Could it be that it means you double it? Oh, is that what it means? You reverse the letters. What a weird system. I think that's what it means. I'm realizing now by looking at it. Looking at the answers from the kids. You reverse the letters. That would be 21. So there, that would be 16 plus 5, 21 times 2, 42 minus 1, 41, reversed 14. That's such a weird rule. I hate it. It's gonna be 9 minus 9. No, 9 minus 3, 6. And then this shit, which I still don't understand. So, yay. Yeah, the wave thing, I don't know. I really don't know. So first, you would have to do the operation, right? 11 divided by 3. Purple is divided, right? Yeah, purple's divided. So 11 divided by 3, that's like 3 point a certain fraction. Oh, is that rounding up or rounding down? So that would mean 4, because it's rounding. Ah, shit. Oh, is one wave rounding up, 2 waves rounding down or something? That would be 60. I don't know. The sea is only salty because the land never waves back. That's a fun one. Okay, 10. 10 divided by 3 is 33. Rounded down, 3. Think? Minus 1, 2. Wait, that's... No. That's... Wait, 5... divided by 2. It's 2.5. 0.5 times 3. 7.5. So is that 7? Six. I still have no clue exactly how it works, but I think it's something about rounding up or down in a way. I'm not sure exactly how it works based on the number of waves. I'm gonna have to, but I'm getting closer to understanding how it works, I think. So at least there's that. I can't believe I'm doing the exam. I didn't want to do it. I was like, I'm just not gonna do it, and then I don't know, the music got me into it, and now I'm doing it. I got trapped. I trapped myself into doing the exam. Tree old. Yeah, I think this one's not acceptable. I have a very long name. Jor is the name, right? So it's this one. This. What did I answer last time? This one? I don't have it. I don't have the screenshot of what I answered last time. Using the provided arranged term for cardinal directions above, what would be the clearest way you could give directions to someone at point A to get them to point B? Something with a tree, tray. It's one of those three. O means away. O means towards. Is. In ancient or India, number 8 was considered by adjunct scholars to be mathematically near perfect. The funny thing is, I think the exam's questions are, some of them are also a hint to help you decipher some of the things better. Like this could help you understand some of the language better, for instance. I think the exam's both a test and also a hint. I think it's this. It has to be this one, right? Because it's not square or anything. It's just like the symbol of it is perfect. We'll go with that. I love how brutally the music stops. That is always funny to me. I think I would like to take screenshots of the exam with all my answers. I think that's smart. Let's see if we can do that without failing this time. Then I can use that as a base for next time, right? As a studying base. Depending on the grade we get too, it you know, might help. I actually think I'm gonna get a better grade. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a B. Or a C plus at least. I don't know. I feel like I did pretty well this. I did better. Certainly did faster. The Hypophant. Listen, I haven't failed the first time. There's no reason why I would fail this time. So I saw some guns in chat much earlier, not random red, but earlier, and I didn't see any mod actions though. I don't know what happened with that. I'm assuming I don't just my mods are busy. I mean, nobody saw anything. A little scary to play without active mods, but I think we'll be fine. I trust people will put guns down fast enough. Could always add one. I don't know. Every time I add a mod, outside of a few exceptions, it seems like the people just don't come to the stream anymore when they're added. Now they have responsibilities, you know. It's a little too much for some people. Wow. I perfectly spread out my screenshots. Look at that. How many pages is that? 18. Yeah, for sure, Colette. I'm not too worried. It just makes it that I can't pay attention to chat as much as I would like, right? I have to sort of refrain myself from looking at chat until a few minutes has passed, so I can make sure that if there needs to be gun, because otherwise I'm always, you know, looking every few seconds. But then the risk is that something goes through without someone reacting to it, and then I see it. All right. That is done. Moving on. What do I want here? I don't know, actually. Not of that. That's for sure. I guess I redraw here and I hope for something better. And the pool's okay. Ugh. Man, those suck. I guess I have to go dark room by process of elimination. And I'm gonna have to blindly draft under there. Unless I can find... I mean, there's no point, right? Is there any item I can find in the attic that I would like to see at this point in the run? I don't think so, right? I'll just go for the music room. I don't think there's any key. Yeah, that's true, Colette. I hate seeing that as well. I can redraw, but none of it matters because I don't know what I'm drawing. Let's redraw for the sake of redrawing. Maybe I'll see a room with a, you know, that costs a lot of... Yeah, see? 3 gems. That's probably a good room. Maybe a vault. It is the vault. There's no point in me getting it, but... You never know, I could randomly find a vault key in the last room, somehow. I'll take this one, because it costs gems. Oh. Huh. So much for that. That's our first non-complete house in a long, long time. But it's fine. We achieved our goal for today, which was checking if we could get if we could retake the final exam, which we can. So that's great. I'm very happy with that. Everything else was sort of accessory. We got to check the new clue again. Got a few interesting screenshots. I almost forgot to go check... Oh my god, I was gonna leave. I almost would have forgotten to check the bracelet again. So let's do that. Whew. Okay, that would have been bad. I don't know what I would have been doing without my emerald bracelet. And now I think the plan is to end in the break room, right? So yeah, we go from the garage to the break room. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough steps. We might be short on steps to get there. Yeah, because it's gonna be like, it's gonna be at least 4 steps to get to the garage, and then it's definitely more than 4 steps to get to the final room. Ah, damn it. That would have been really nice if I could have... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think we're gonna be 1 short, unfortunately. It's gonna be 5, 4. God damn it. I miss my shoes. I miss my goddamn sneakers. Oh, I think I could have gotten to the commissary by bananas. No, I think I would have, the buying the bananas would have not covered the steps I would have spent going there. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I run really fast, I think I can make it to the room. Because it's gonna be 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh shit, I think we just get there. Hold on. Yeah, we just get there. Oh my god. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you play Blueprints. Oh man. Perfect gameplay. I mean, if only I had filled that last room, that would have been a perfect gameplay. I love that we ended up with 7 extra keys, which are all the keys that I got in the servants' quarter, I think. I ended up not even needing them. I hope we get the tomb on the next run. I really want to get into Her Ladyship's diary. Getting into Her Ladyship's diary would be... It's one of the most exciting things I have ahead of me at this point. I'm so excited for it. If we get the tomb, the next time we get the tomb, I'm doing everything in my power to get Her Ladyship's bedroom. Now that I know how to draft it better. The Academic University. Okay. Okay, listen. Far from me to, you know, harp on the game for, you know, I understand, but Academic University, really? What's next? Mortuary Graveyard? Natural greenhouse? Police cops, yeah. Streamer Yapper, okay. I was gonna say something rude about chatters, but I appreciate you guys being here, so I don't want to be rude with you guys. Obviously, it's been a rough day for me. You know, never like waking up to news of a friend passing, but you know, I'm glad I streamed. I'm glad we got a good run in. It distracted my brain for a little bit, as much as it could. So I'm thankful for that. Thank you guys for keeping me company. I was obviously distracted, but you know, it is what it is. I think I'm gonna start reading one of his books, maybe tonight or tomorrow. I think that would make me feel closer for a while. I still have one of his books that I haven't read. Maybe it's time. Could be a good time. All right, everybody. I'm not gonna push longer for today, because you know. I also think I'm starting to get sick, so I'm gonna go take some medicine. Maybe take a nap or something. I don't know. I need to, yeah. I need to deal with everything that's in my brain right now. Ninja Cookie, thank you for the tier 1, 21 months. What's up, Felon? Thank you very much. Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. I'm not sure, still not sure what's happening for New Year's. I'm split between taking the rest of the week off. I might have something on the 1st with some friends. I'm not 100% sure. Again, I won't make a decision before tomorrow. I'll let you guys know tomorrow exactly what the rest of the week's schedule is. Might do something on the 31st. maybe play something different, maybe do something a little silly. I don't know. I don't know what exactly I could be doing, but yeah, thank you, Goose. That's a nice callback to earlier. Yeah, love that. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. Ball pit stream? I don't know. Hey, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe we'll just maybe I'll stream and we'll just yap or something. We'll have a little yap sesh. I don't know. I don't want to make any plans right now. I'm gonna go take care of myself, and I'm gonna go talk to a few friends that I know are also very sad today. So I want to have I want to talk to a few of my friends that also knew our friend very well, and we're all very sad. So I think it's gonna be good to talk with other people before they go to bed. It's still quite early in the evening, so they're probably still up. And then tomorrow I'll let you know what the rest of the week's schedule is gonna be. But anyway, thank you guys for hanging out. I appreciate you as always. Thank you for keeping me company. Thank you for yeah, everything really. I appreciate that. I'll be back tomorrow, 7 p.m. Central European Time, 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific, roughly, right? We know I'm always a little late, but roughly. People are always in chat waiting for the start of the show, so if you're around at the same time, you can chat with people while waiting. It's always nice. Yeah, follow the Discord if you like. Follow the channel if you haven't done so yet. Join the Discord. Best way to know exactly when I'm going live. There's a few channels you can use if you're a sub. Yeah, I wish you all a beautiful rest of your day, evening, or night. I will see you guys tomorrow. And until then, remember me. And I will remember you.